Hi, I'm Molly Baum.
And I'm Abby Colburn.
And today on NDBOI WPAPS, we'll be discussing the effects of large class sizes. Every day, children are walking into classes of nearly 30 kids and sometimes more. Many are calling attempts to reduce class sizes a luxury we can no longer afford.
Do these large class sizes impede our children's learning experience?
Do children in large class sizes get enough attention from their teachers?
Or do these large classes teach our children independence?
Today, we will be looking into this issue and uncovering advantages and disadvantages of large classes.
Worsening this issue, in September of 2010, an estimated 58,000 teachers were laid off across the country at the same time as enrollment was increasing in many areas.
That's unfortunate. So, do you think it's okay to increase class sizes?
Well, in my opinion, I think it's unreasonable to suggest that all classes decrease. I mean, let's get real. We don't have the money, and when budget decreases come into place, this is the easiest place to do it. And we also need to take into account the other factors, such as pupil characteristics, subject, grade level, and most importantly, the teaching method.
Okay, you have a point, but I'm sure there are facts that go both ways. I remember just the other day I was reading an article in the Washington Post, and they looked at the achievement of students in over 2,000 schools and found that the factor most positively correlated with student achievement is a smaller class size.
Wait, you read the newspaper?
Yes, Abby, solid argument.
Thank you. I mean, actually, I do remember reading about Harvard decreasing their English class size to 10 the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah, so if they're doing it, if Ivy League schools are doing it, it must be at least somewhat effective.
It is effective. The deputy director at the Institute of Education said that you can gain an average of 2 months of learning per year if you cut class sizes by 30%.
That's impressive.
It
So
is.
basically what you're saying is we're compromising our children's education for financial reasons?
Basically, yeah. So, right after this commercial break, we'll be traveling to South Windsor, Connecticut to South Windsor High School to interview students and teachers about the effects of larger class sizes on them.
This is from me, Mo. Something you've always wanted. It's your report card.
This moment brought to you by Sylvan Learning Center. We begin by identifying your child's specific needs, followed by individual attention, personalized lesson plans, and progress reports for you. Don't wait to help your child get a better report card. Call 1-800-EDUCATE today.
Hi, I'm Molly Baum, and we're here at South Windsor High School talking with students about how class size affects them every day. We're here to talk about class sizes. So, Cody, what is your biggest class?
I'd say around 20.
Probably like 20.
I think it's chemistry, and I think there are 23 kids.
I think it would have to be AP Language and Composition with Mr. Aaron Brenner.
I think about 25 people.
Wow, that's a lot.
All right, and so does having that many kids in the class make it harder to learn?
Yeah, it's pretty hard when the teacher can't help all of us because there's so many of us. It's hard to get one-on-one time.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, there's a lot more distractions. You can't get all your questions answered, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. When you have larger classes, you don't have a lot of face-to-face time with your teacher, so then that kind of like affects it.
Yeah, it's pretty distracting having that many people around. I mean, it's rowdy sometimes, so.
You can't really move on by yourself in larger classes because you're mostly focusing on everyone else and not just your own.
Well, I don't think you get as much face-to-face time, but I don't know if it's preventing students from learning as much.
Yeah, like if I had a large chem class, that'd be really annoying because if I were learning faster than like other students, then I'd be like held back.
Okay, and so do you prefer a large class or a small class?
I definitely prefer small classes because you get to focus more on your own problems rather than everyone else's problems like you do in large classes.
Depends. I like larger classes so I don't have to participate as much. But smaller classes are nice when it's easier to learn one-on-one with the teacher.
Small classes, but not too small. Like Brenner's class right now, it's just boring.
I definitely prefer a smaller class. It's easier to get to know the kids in the class and know who you want to work with when it comes down to a project. And it's also easier to talk with the teacher because he doesn't have to focus on 20, 25 kids. He just has to focus on a smaller group of people. And I like that.
I think a small class is better. Well, because it's easier to focus because there isn't as much noise from people, and you will get a face-to-face time with the teacher.
Remember, when enrolling your child into a school, instead of solely looking at teaching styles, subjects taught, and student scores, make sure you also take a look at the student-to-teacher ratio. Because although it may not be the most important factor, new studies suggest that a small class size may have a very positive effect on your child's learning. Thank you for joining us on NDBOI WPAPS, the national daily broadcast of issues with public and private schools. Make sure to join us next week when we'll be taking a look into school cafeterias to see just how healthy the new health foods are. I'm Molly Baum. Stay classy, world. It is effective. The Deputy of Education and Indirectors. It is effective. The Deputy Director at the Institute of Education said that you can save an average, and you can gain an average.
I can't just keep taking sips of my coffee.
The Deputy Director at the Institute of Education said that you can It is effective. The Deputy Director at the Department of Education said that you can save an Okay. It is effective. The Deputy Director at the Department of Education... It's not the Department of Education. The Deputy Director of the Institute of Education. Okay. It is effective. The Deputy Direction of Education... Not yet. Ready? No. Just say it now.
Wait, so
Small classes are better. Small ones are better.
So, what is your largest class?
You didn't tell me you were asking that question.
Okay, sorry about it.
I work really hard.
Jewish student.
Is that an iPod? In the middle of class?
Annie, you have the camera out.
If Mr. Brenner sees this, I want him to know he's big and bald.